Hey, fifth grade, on Workbook 106, there are things on here that we haven't gone over as a class, and so I just want to give you a quick little lesson on them. These are just some finding unknown numbers on the top, 1 through 9, okay, and it's at a glance, you're like, oh, I got this, and then, you get into it, and some of them are a little harder than they might look, but it's basic algebra. So once you get into the mode of problem solving, how to do these, I hope you enjoy them because these are some of my favorite math things. Okay, so here, this first problem that I created is 4v equals 16. So when you have a variable right next to a number, that's asking you to multiply. Okay, so we can piece it out like, okay, 4 times what gives us 16? The answer would be 4, right? 4 times 4 is 16. So v would then equal 4. Okay, I'm going to show you, oopsie, I'm going to show you another way to solve this, okay, just because it's going to help you in some ways for other problems. Okay, I'm sorry, that got a little, how do I do this well? All right, we'll see if that works. So 4 times v is 16. I want to get v alone, so I'm going to divide by 4, okay? And 4 divided by itself is 1, so those cancel each other out. I have 1v left, or just v. If I divide this half of the equation by 4, I have to make it even, like a teeter-totter. And on the other half of the equal sign, I need to divide that by 4 as well. So whether you do mental math here or work it out, 16, that fraction mark means divided by 4 is 4. And I'm not going to box my answer just because you guys know it's gets a little tricky for me to use my computer mouse and things don't stay neat. Anyway, okay, so that's just a quick little thing. Let me show you the next problem. Okay, so I have 2 times r plus 3 equals 23. So you can sit and think, okay, 2 times what? You could guess and check. 2 times 5, that'd be 10, plus 3. Oh, that's 13. We need 10 more, right? So 5 wouldn't work. But what about 10? 2 times 10 is 20. 20 plus 3 is 23, so r would then equal 10. Let me show you the algebraic way to solve this, okay? So I have 2 times r plus 3. I'm going to undo that and put a negative 3 here. If I subtract 3 or have a negative 3 over here, I need to do the same on the other side of the equal sign, right? So now I have 2r is still over on that side of the equal sign equals 23 minus 3 is 20. Now that's a little easier for us to figure out, right? 2 times what is 20? Well, we know we need to double it, so it's 10. So essentially r is 10, right? 2 times 10 is 20. Or if you continue to solve this algebraically, okay, 2 times something is r, reverse that, just like when we had a positive 3 up here, we reversed it or undid that with a negative 3 or plus 3 minus 3, right? Undo your multiplying here, you're going to divide by 2. Same thing on this side of the equal sign and you get your answer. 20 divided by 2, r is 10. How cool is that? Okay, like I said, this is one of my favorite things of math, these algebra type things. So if I seem to be going too fast, you can pause it, rewind, process it as you need to in your brains, because I know some people do not like these, which, such a bummer. Okay, s divided by 8 is 10. Well, we don't know what s is, but we do have enough information to figure it out, right? To get s alone, I'm going to undo my dividing by 8, and I'm going to multiply by 8. Whatever I do on that half of the equal sign, I do on this side, right? So I still have an s left, okay, because 8 divided by 8 is 1. 1s is just s, right? S equals, I'm so sorry, that looks like a 5. That's an s. S equals 10 times 8, which is 80. Okay, and again, you would box your answer, but we're going with it. If you need more room on your workbook page, go ahead and use a notebook paper. I think for the most part, you should be able to show your work off to the side. I could be wrong though, so just be smart about it, okay? Let's double check. If S is 80, 80 divided by 8 is 10. Yes, that works. Okay, this beautiful problem, 1/5 of b equals 4. Oh boy. So if you take a fifth of something, really you're like dividing it, right? Like if you take half of something, you're dividing it by 2. If you take a fifth of something, so think about it, half of something is dividing by 2. 1/5 is dividing it by 5, okay? Just like 1/3 would be splitting it into 3 or dividing by 3. So if we have 1/5 of a number that gives us 4, we have to undo this. So 1/5 times something is really the same as dividing when you're splitting it into a fraction. I know that's kind of confusing. Okay, so I definitely know I did not know that at your age. Like I did not connect those pieces during math in my 5th grade year, probably not even my 6th grade year. I will be honest. I don't think that clicked for me till later. So if you feel panicked and just aren't so sure about that, don't worry, okay? I'm sure you'll get it. So 1/5 of a number is 4. So when you take a fifth of something, really we're dividing by 5. We have to undo that division by multiplying by the reciprocal, or 5/1. You cross cancel, we're left with B. Okay, I'm showing you the super fancy way to do this. So again, don't panic if you are like feeling nervous about this, because you will get it eventually, I promise. Okay, so B equals, we took that times 5/1, which is the same as 5. So we need to take this side times 5, and B is 20. Well, let's think through this, okay? 1/5 of a number is 4. 1/5 of 20, okay, say this whole thing is 20. Oh boy, we'll pretend those are even. I'm making a really rough tape diagram here. So 1/5 of a number is 4. Remember when we did this like way back in the fall? Tape diagrams, they're super helpful to help you visualize. Okay, so if that whole number is 20, you have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 1/5 of that whole 20 is 4. So that indeed does make sense. Okay, on numbers 10 and 11 and 12, just remember that perimeter goes around and around and around and around. Okay, it goes around a shape, and the area is what covers that whole shape. Okay, so perimeter, like let's say this is 2 and this side is 4. Okay, that bothers me. That makes no sense because this side is shorter. So let's say that's a 1. Okay, so the area would be 1 times 2. We would have 2 units squared. You always write units so you can show me that they're square units if you don't know what that label is. Okay, perimeter, we have a 2 plus a 2, which is 4, plus 1 is 5, plus the other one is 6. So the perimeter of this would be 6 units, or, you know, say it was labeled centimeters, would be 6 centimeters. That you do not square because that's not how many squares are covering that area or surface or shape. It's just the length going around that shape. Okay, so good work. Keep trucking. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here for you.